care, I cry. My heart can't hide.
If you're curious to find out how some tennis players performed in 2024 and what our predictions are for the 2025 Grand Slam titles, then you're in the right place. And on top of that, you can win some awesome tennis streetwear. So make sure to watch the video until the end. With his two Grand Slam final appearances in 2021 and 2023, some fans were certain that it was only a matter of time before Stefanos Tsitsipas would win a Grand Slam. However, in 2024, that goal seemed further away than ever. Not only have new top contenders like Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz emerged to claim the tennis crown, but Tsitsipas has also failed to show significant progress in his game. After his first-round defeat against Kokkinakis at the US Open, Tsitsipas said in an interview that he is no longer the same tennis player he was a few years ago. He admitted that he lacks the passion to bring out the best in himself. The numbers for 2024 reinforce this statement. Even though he has won 6 of his last 10 matches, Stefanos' real problem against top 10 players becomes evident. He has lost all of his last 5 matches against them, and sooner or later in the final stages of a tournament, he will have to face a top 10 player. If you look at player statistics from the ATP and compare Tsitsipas with Ruud and Medvedev, you don't see major differences. Each player has their strengths and weaknesses. Therefore, it's quite conceivable that Stefanos' issue lies more in the mental realm. Perhaps he puts a lot of pressure on himself due to the 2 lost Grand Slam finals and the rise of players like Sinner and Alcaraz. For Daniil Medvedev, the year 2024 was similarly successful to that of Tsitsipas, though unfortunately, he was also unable to win a tournament. The 2021 US Open champion was defeated by Jannik Sinner in the finals of the Australian Open and the semifinals of Shanghai Masters, and he lost to Carlos Alcaraz in the semifinals of Indian Wells. His last 5 matches against top 10 players like Tsitsipas all ended in defeat. Furthermore, his record over the last 10 matches is even worse than Stefanos's, with 6 losses. After severely injuring his ankle in the 2022 French Open semifinal against Rafael Nadal, Zverev made a comeback in 2023, celebrating tournament victories at the Hamburg Open and Chengdu Open. In 2024, he proved that he was back to his old form with wins at the Rome Masters and Paris Masters. These 2 victories underscore his current form. Not only has he won 8 of his last 10 matches, but he has also triumphed in 4 of his last 5 encounters against top 10 players. If he maintains this level of performance, the chances are high that he could claim his first Grand Slam title in 2025. After an incredible 2023, one of Novak Djokovic's best tennis seasons ever, 2024 has turned into a real drama, at least by his standards. Not only did he split from his successful team and spend the entire year without a coach, but he also failed to win a single Grand Slam or Masters title. Critics are convinced Djokovic is no longer good enough to compete with the younger generation. They say his time is up, but hold on. A closer look at the numbers reveals the situation isn't as dramatic as it seems. Although Djokovic has lost 3 of his last 5 matches against top 10 players, specifically against Jannik Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz, and Casper Ruud, that's only half the story. It has much more to do with the strategy Novak has chosen for 2024. He aims to follow the principle of maximizing results with minimal effort by playing as few tournaments as possible, ensuring he has enough reserves for the intense best-of-5 matches against top 10 players who are 10 to 15 years younger. However, the lack of match practice is noticeable in Novak's game. Unlike in 2023, he has been making an unusually high number of unforced errors. The lack of consistency was also evident throughout the year. Although he managed to win 8 of his last 10 matches, one result was quite surprising: his 3rd-round exit against Alexei Popyrin at the US Open. To achieve his ultimate goal of winning a record 25th Grand Slam title, Djokovic must strike a healthy balance between match practice and recovery. But if anyone can surprise us at an advanced tennis age, it's Novak. As support for 2025, Djokovic has announced that he has brought in his old rival and tennis legend, Andy Murray, as his coach. Together, they aim to show the younger generation one last time what an iconic era they come from. Carlos Alcaraz is here to stay. This year, he has proven that his Grand Slam victories in 2022 and 2023 were no fluke. With his wins at the French Open and Wimbledon this year, he has expanded his Grand Slam collection to 4 titles. He not only possesses the powerful physique of Rafael Nadal, but also the agility of Novak Djokovic and the finesse with the ball reminiscent of Roger Federer. The future belongs to him. With his victories at Indian Wells and the China Open, he has also shown that he is a force to be reckoned with on any surface. He won 3 of his last 5 matches against a top 10 player, as well as 7 of his last 10 matches overall. However, Alcaraz is also prone to surprising losses, such as his second-round defeat at the US Open. Whether it was due to fatigue or his competitors figuring out the Alcaraz code will become clear in 2025. Jannik Sinner has tasted victory and is hungry for more. After winning his first Grand Slam at the 2024 Australian Open, he truly kicked off the year with a bang. In addition to securing another Grand Slam title at the US Open, he claimed several other major titles, such as the Miami Open, Cincinnati Open, Shanghai Masters, and the ATP Finals. The secret to his success is his graceful physique. Thanks to it, he is not only able to move quickly and agilely, but he also consumes less oxygen during rallies and becomes less fatigued during longer exchanges. And what does that mean in numbers? It's simple. Not only has he won his last 10 matches, but he is also the only player to have managed to win his last 5 matches against a top 10 player. The question isn't whether he will win Grand Slams in 2025, but how many. There are fewer players who can stand in his way, and then, of course, there's the doping situation. WADA has filed an appeal against Kess's decision and is demanding a suspension of 1 to 2 years. If you're not familiar with the case, I recommend watching the video we made about it. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more Fury Cry videos. Before we get to the Grand Slam prediction 2025, I'd like to draw your attention to our contest. We're giving away 4 shirts from our line Romance collection. You can find the link to the contest in the description. Given Jannik Sinner's current form, especially his performance on hard courts, he is the hottest contender for the Australian Open 2024 title. Although Djokovic hasn't played many matches in the final quarter of 2024, he has been able to recharge and likely prepare optimally. Considering he has already won 10 titles in the Rod Laver Arena, he is the second favorite for the title after Jannik Sinner. Alexander Zverev's form in 2024 shows that he can beat any player, and he is currently playing the best tennis of his career. If Sinner or Djokovic falter, Zverev could very well claim his first Grand Slam title in Melbourne. If everything goes according to plan and Carlos Alcaraz remains injury-free, nothing should stand in the way of his second French Open title. The Spaniard is a dominant force on clay, much like Nadal once was. Considering that Zverev reached the semifinals at the French Open in both 2022 and 2023 and narrowly missed the title in 2024, he has the best chances after Alcaraz to claim the trophy at Roland Garros. Ruud, on the other hand, made it to the finals in both 2022 and 2023 and lost in the 2024 semifinals to Zverev. While Ruud is certainly in the mix, I believe Zverev has a better shot at the title given the incredible tennis he played in 2024. In the past 2 years, Alcaraz has reached the Wimbledon final twice and lifted the trophy both times. It's safe to say that he feels just as comfortable on grass as he does on clay and is the top favorite for the title. Close behind him, Djokovic is waiting for his chance to win the title for the 8th time, tying Roger Federer's record. Thanks to his vast experience at Wimbledon, I would place him ahead of Sinner, despite their 14-year age difference and Sinner's phenomenal performances in 2024. When it comes to the US Open title, I can't decide between Alcaraz, Sinner, and Zverev. Even though Alcaraz was eliminated in the second round in 2024, that result doesn't seem like one that would repeat. Nonetheless, my gut tells me that Alcaraz will be a strong contender for the title, though Sinner and Zverev have equally good chances. What do you think? Who will lift the US Open trophy in 2025? Who do you see as the winners of the 4 Grand Slams? Share your thoughts in the comments. We're excited to hear your opinions.